She the type of woman that posts videos.
Ask that you subscribe, like, share, comment, check back often, watch the whole video for challenges, rewards, cash, and stuff. Go grab yourself some popcorn, something to drink, and get yourself together. I'm getting this camera together. I swear we're going to get into it. It's going to be a lot today. Just sit down. You want to take your mind away from everything? I got you. I got you. Here we go. Here we go. Hello? Hello. Hi. So I wanted today to share with you guys something that I learned today. Every day I like to learn something. And so today I learned a little something about this here herb right here called rosemary. So this right here, I found out today that it does so many things that we need it to do. This herb right here smells good. Love it. I have rosemary extract that I put in my hair, and I did not know that it mimics minoxidil. So that's the reason why your hair grows when you put rosemary in your hair. So I learned that today. Well, not today. I learned that a little while ago, and I've been putting rosemary oil in my hair for a few months now. And I also use it on my face, but I use it in some like olive oil. But I don't use it every day all the time on my face, but a lot of times I do. And then I learned that this also takes your blood pressure down because it dilates your veins. I learned that this helps to get rid of your body fat. This helps to take your cortisol levels down. And since I've been out of my divorce, but since I was going through it and everything, I have very high cortisol levels, and that has shown up in ways like my weight. I'm 40 pounds heavier than I ever was before in my life, except for the time that I was pregnant. And so this right here, this rosemary helps a lot. And all throughout my life, I've been wanting to figure out something to do with rosemary besides put it in some chicken. So I learned today that you can make a tea from out of this. I've never done this before. I washed this off before I turned on the live for this. And I'm going to stick it in this. This is an old mason jar from some marinara sauce, but it's clean. And so this is hot water. So I'm going to put that in there, just like they said on the internet. And I'm going to let that steep. And I'm going to stand here and I'm going to talk to you guys until it's done. So maybe about another 5 minutes or 10 minutes or so. And so we can talk about that. But yeah, I learned today a few things. I learned that cloves is good to put inside of your rosemary tea. You can put cloves, rosemary, and lemon in your tea, and it will help you overall. It'll give you glowing skin. Oh, another thing I have learned about colostrum. I did not know that colostrum was good for you. I just thought that it was something that the farmers got from off the cows that just given birth. I didn't know that they sold it to you. So I bought that, and I've been using that for about a week now. And I feel great. I feel good. What I'm hoping to do is, they said that stuff right there helps you with your it's a stem cells, a bunch of stem cells that's inside of the colostrum from the cow that had just given birth. After the cow gets its fill, then they sell the rest of the colostrum that the cow is still making to us humans. And so with that, it gives you better hair, it gives you better skin, it gives you, it revitalizes you, it helps you with your muscle build and everything. And I'm in my 40s, so the older I get, the more I feel my age. I don't know what it's like to feel my age, because I don't really feel my age, but what I do feel is I feel my knees, because when I was younger, I had a accident, which I had torn my ACL and cracked my meniscus on my right side, and then on my left side, I messed up a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't quite checked out as thoroughly as my right. So today and yesterday, there's been a series of storms that's been coming through America, and I feel the pressure in my joints. So I learned that this can help with that, because it also helps with your soreness that you might have in your body as well. And when I was growing up, my mother, and my father really liked to use a lot of natural stuff. And so I remember my dad driving down the road one time. He saw something outside and he said, "Oh, that looks like golden seal." I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought he was talking like, a golden seal. That's what I thought. But no, he's talking about a herb. And it was really ragweed. But I said, "Well, let's go pick some." He's like, "No, that's not it. That's not it. That's a weed." So I said, "Okay, well," when I got older, I remember that, and I went to go look it up, and ragweed and golden seal kind of sort of do look alike. So it's good to know the difference between whatever it is that you think you might see and get, happy, and you want to go and clip it and use it, That would be kind of crazy. But anyway, and my mother, she introduced me to drinking lemon juice and water every day. That helps to detoxify you and clean you out and purify your blood and purify just like you, because, it just helps. And then white willow bark is literally the bark of a tree. So you get that. And you take a little handful, not a whole lot, just a little handful, like half a handful. And you put it in some water just like this. And you boil it and make a tea out of it. Now, white willow bark has natural properties in it. If you drink it just like that, it's fine. It don't taste like anything, like literally nothing. And you feel better afterwards. Why? Because it has a lot of nutrients that your body needs, and it has this underlying thing in there. I don't know the technical word for it, but it's nature's aspirin. It is where aspirin is derived from. So it's good for you. And so you never need to take an actual pill. So those people who are allergic to aspirin and the way that they manufacture it and everything and put it out for the people, because it's basically a super concentrated version of white willow bark. But white willow bark costs a couple of dollars. You can get a whole baggie full, a sandwich bag full of it for a couple of dollars from like an organic store, someplace that sells organic stuff or herbs and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm really excited to try this rosemary tea. Helping with so many things in my body. That's what I definitely need. And I'm hoping that, through taking the different things that I'm taking, I will kind of get back to good, because 6 years of going through a divorce and having high cortisol levels can really do a number on you. I used to have something called stress hives. So I would sit there and, my narc ex would do something, and I would just break out in hives all over the place, and I would be itching like, where did I get this from, and what am I allergic to? I'm not allergic to anything. Well, I was allergic to him and allergic to going through stress. And so, this smells really nice, y'all. That smells really nice. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was kind of worried about drinking this because it does have a little piney smell to it, and I couldn't see myself actually drinking like something that smells like pine. But smelling this is good. Oh, that's another thing. So smelling rosemary. So if you're stressed out, like we all probably are these days, if you're stressed out, you can get yourself some rosemary, and you can steep it like this if it's dry, if you have it in your cabinet. If this one, I bought it fresh just for this purpose. And I'm going to grow some more this year, by the way. But get this and smell it, sniff it. If you take a piece of it and you break it apart, hold on. If you take a piece of it and you break it apart, of course, you can smell it even better. You can take it and you can rub it on your finger. Like, here, smell my finger. Yes, that smells so nice. Or you can do one of these numbers and everything just with the leaf. And that's not giving off too much of a big smell. So let me just crack it open a few times and see how that do. Yeah, but if I was you, I would get like more leaves and everything to do that with. But this right here has been known to help you with your, like, it'll calm you down. It'll help give you stress reliever. So that's another great thing that rosemary is used for. So, which is really awesome. So, yeah, and we need to do all of these things because America's going to hell in a handbasket. I mean, like, Seriously. So, last night when I was going to sleep, I saw that there is a proposed travel ban. We have a travel ban. I can't even talk. A travel ban. Ban. So it's to a lot of different countries, and Antigua is one of them. St. Lucia. I would like to go to St. Lucia one day. That has been on my bucket list for the past 10 years. I would like to go to St. Lucia. But upcoming, I might not be able to go to St. Lucia. You know why? Because Trump put a travel ban on it. And that place and a lot of different places that's in the Caribbean. So, and I mean places that you wouldn't even think. Jamaica's not on that list. So apparently we can go to Jamaica and everything will be fine. There's 11 places that's on the red list telling us just don't go. We can't go. I don't even know if a plane is going to be able to go to these different places. Now, having a place listed as a bad spot to go to on the national travel website or whatever is not unheard of. It's normal. But this administration goes a little step further in trying to make sure that you don't even think about going. Like the other time it's like go at your own risk, but like this administration is telling us you better not go. And then you have yellow places and orange places and yellow. So it's red, orange, and yellow. Yellow meaning that it's a little bit of a worry. Most of those places is 22 countries in Africa that this administration in the United States does not want us to go to. And for the life of me, I don't understand why. Like, that's not normal. Cameroon is on that list. Since when was Cameroon a bad place? Sierra Leone is on there. There is Congo and the Republic of Congo, but I think that they might be at war if I'm not mistaken. But there's a lot of places that's on there that we just simply cannot go to, and that were never on the list before. But all the regular actors, yeah, they're still on the list. But Haiti has been a red for a while, but it's just like it's like a whole level of that much more effery that is surrounding these places. So I learned that last night. I didn't even think to even get on here or anywhere else and tell anybody anything. And then when I woke up in the morning, I saw even more news that Trump decided he wanted to take away the pardons that Biden gave to the people going out. Said he was Sleepy Joe. He did auto signature. He didn't know what he was signing. He didn't do that. Therefore, they are null and void. What? Then I looked up. I heard some of these things on YouTube, and then I went and I looked these things up myself. And these things are true, and these things have been on the news. A lot of us has been staying away from the news. We haven't really been paying too much attention to what's been going on. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you feel like you need to unplug and you need to give yourself a break, then by all means do so. Because it can get really overwhelming with everything that's going on. And so I was watching this one YouTuber, and 9 times out of 10 I already know the stuff. I just like to hear him say it, and that's what a lot of people are. So a lot of people are repeating themselves because somebody likes specifically them to say whatever it is that they're saying. So this guy, he gets up there, he's really cool, and sometimes he brings his wife on there, and they are the cutest little couple. So he's getting up there and he's talking, but this time he's crying. I mean, like, he's not crying, but he's like, you can see it in his face. He's very emotional about it. He's just like, and this happened, and then that. And I'm like, whoa, partner, whoa. Like, this is affecting you too much. When you start to really feel this stuff and digest it in a way that you feel overwhelmed and you feel like your vibes is coming down, it's time to turn it off. It's time to turn it off. It's time to get yourself some rosemary tea, because, oh yeah, by the way, another thing with rosemary tea is that it actually helps to bring down the stress levels, not just your cortisol. It's bringing down the cortisol because of whatever properties that the plant already has in it, and it is bringing down your stress levels on top of everything. So, I mean, I did not know how much of a powerhouse Rosemary was, and I'm hoping. Oh, guess what else? It's a sleep aid. I need to take my behind to sleep. I need to stop staying up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and wondering why I'm tired when I get up at 4:30. So, but yeah. So this right here is supposed to help you sleep as well. So it's not like a sleep aid, but it just like calms you down and stuff. So, you invited me to be a co-host with you. Oh, that's sweet. I'm going to decline for right now because I'm just waiting for this to finish and then I'm going to get into bed. So I'm sorry. So yeah, so I am, I'm going to drink this and then hopefully that will work out for me. And I advise you guys to do it too. Do your research. Learn something every single day. That's what we should do. We should learn something every day. And if that learning something every day looks like you going off and hearing what somebody said and then going to verify to see whether or not I'm telling the truth, then yes, do that. Because in your searches, I'm pretty sure you're going to learn something more than what I'm even saying. Something I'm leaving out, and you're going to go find out what it is. And then also for your news, mix it up. Let's get out of our bubbles. My algorithms, you hear me? I don't get no mess on my algorithm at all. I get news updates. I get people talking about the latest, the greatest of stuff. I subscribe to Midas Touch, MEIDAS, not Midas the way it's really spelled. So MEIDAS, Touch Network, and on YouTube, and they will tell you exactly where they got their information from. You can follow it and do it that way. If you want to make YouTube videos, you could do it too, because you could be the latest great breaking news stuff or whatever if you want to. And everything's all good. But see, they give you the good, the bad, and in between. So what they do is they give your side, they give their side, they give the truth, you know. So you know, sometimes things lean a different sort of way. And what I like about the Midas Touch is that they are just like real deal nitty gritty. And yeah, they do kind of lean left, but I wouldn't even call it leaning left. I would call it leaning correctly, because the other side is all the way over there. They over there. They over there. And Midas Touch is here. Okay? So, I mean, cause I'm sorry, they are over there. So anyway, yeah, you see my chicken wing. But yeah, so I'm learning something every day, and I'm learning how to take better care of myself as I get older, and in this really scary world that does anybody have an update about what happened with that student at Columbia University? That man was he had a green card, and they disappeared him. You know, like everybody's like, oh, he's in Louisiana now, because supposedly the flight that they was deporting him to God knows where, and the judge made them bring it back. So they brung it back. They landed, and supposedly the guy is being held in Louisiana. Nobody's seen him. Nobody's talked to him. His lawyer can't talk to him, but he is a permanent resident. He has a whole green card. Like, how they disappear people. You know what this reminds me of? And for you guys that don't understand why it was such a big deal for Syria to fall, like what, 3 months ago or something like that? It's a big deal for Syria to have fallen because it was being ran for 53 straight years by Assad. Don't get me to telling you what his first name is. I don't know. But I know that the person that was in charge over there was in place for 50 years. And I know that he didn't start off tyrannical. He started off a little aloof, not exactly knowing how to take the reins of power from his father. But he turned out to be one of the meanest, the nastiest people that could ever rule. That man had several football-sized places where he had people dig troughs, like huge, gigantic. Just like in America, we have creeks, them big old creeks and stuff. Yes, big old creek-sized spaces and places, deep, way deep, like so deep you can't stand up and look deep, right? Bodies every day. It's like 100 people. They marched over there. What? And every day, people they didn't write down their name. They didn't write down who they are, what they did, or anything like that. Only thing they had to do was whisper the wrong thing, and the next thing you knew, they was disappeared, and they never found again. And somebody put them in that trough thing, the big old creek dugout thing. Somebody did, but they was disappeared. And just like that guy, I'm not saying just like him. Hopefully he's alive. I hope he's alive. His wife is 8 months pregnant. I cannot imagine the stress that she has. She can't have any rosemary tea because it will cause her to probably, had a baby. It's not ready. We're not ready to have that baby just yet. I hope that baby stay tucked right on in there till Pop come home, But it's a big deal for everyone to care about what's happening with that guy from Columbia University. Because it could be you, it could be me, it could be anybody. Somebody could say, oh, we don't like her talking about we don't like him talking about and then the next thing you know, somebody's disappeared. So this isn't funny. And they are openly defying court orders and things like that. So there was today, between last night and this morning, 3 different flights to take people down to Venezuela, and supposedly they are people that was in a gang, right? No, it's I'm not saying that all of them wasn't, but I know at least 5 of them wasn't, because they have lawyers and their families are coming up because they've seen these people's faces on the TV and they're like, hey, that's my bro. Hey, what's up? Can he come back, or can he go somewhere else? Because he not one of them people you say he is. And they just happen to see them on TV. What if they had never seen them on TV? How many other people did they not show on TV so their loved ones can know where they are? And, this is scary. This is really scary. There's been a lot of different protests, and I'm really happy to see that there's a lot of protests that's going on. But I think that all the different people who are protesting should get together and do a mass protest together to start showing more and more of a volume, because it's out there. It's just not together. So if everybody can stitch and weave it together. I met this guy last week. I was just walking down the street, and he asked me, he said, excuse me, do you know where the Veterans Museum is? And by the way, I work in DC. So he asked me, do you know where the Veterans Protest is? And I was like, no, I'm sorry, I don't. But I see a lot of people dressed like maybe veterans would, walking that way. And I pointed to where it was that they were walking to. I had heard that there was a veterans protest, but I hadn't seen any information. This guy comes from Pennsylvania. He drove all the way down to DC, did not know exactly where to go, but he said, I'm showing up for something. He said, I heard there was a protest, and I got in my car and I drove down here. I was like, wow. Well, I hope you find your people, sir, because it's needed. It's needed. And it ended up being on TV. A lot of these protests don't end up on TV, but yeah, it ended up being on TV. And what's scary is Trump had he doesn't acknowledge any of them. he thinks that everyone loves and likes everything that he's doing, which is really scary because it's like, what world do you live in? You don't see the protests all over the country. And he actually kicked out a couple of reporters. Like, he's having a whole press conference. There's a press conference going on. You answer. You. Where you from? What? Get out. And they gotta go. That's happened not just twice. That's just twice, just recently, but it's happened a few times. As a matter of fact, AP, the Associated Press, they have a lawsuit in because he barred them from the Washington press room. And they were a staple in there, but they said you can't. They say they can't come in there because they won't say the Gulf of America. So I don't know why they won't call it the Gulf of America, because he did sign an executive order. So technically the name is changed. I get it. You don't want the name changed. Neither do I. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just trying to see what my hair look like. I just got it done. Oh, these are just crochets, and I like it. It's different. So yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot. I'm kind of stressed out because every day is something, but and it's hard to kind of keep up with everything that's going on. It's really hard to keep up, and all I can say is that, you know, I've had to take several times to step back and to rethink life and to veg out to some music, some meditation stuff. I look down the street, you know, like as I'm walking, I look down the street and I just open up my eyes, because it's so easy to walk and have tunnel vision of where you're going to go. I'm going to that spot right there and I'm going to walk towards it. I don't want anyone to talk to me. No. Open your eyes and see everything. Yeah, you're going there, but there and there exists. The sky exists. You know, I like looking at the clouds as I'm walking. I look at the clouds and I'm like, it's really pretty. God is such an artist, you know. And I appreciate my surroundings. I appreciate the smell of the air. Hopefully it doesn't smell like pee, because I'm in DC. But it's, you know, I appreciate the nice, cool, crisp air in the morning. I appreciate the sun when it comes out as I'm walking. I appreciate those things. I appreciate my life. I appreciate being given the blessing of being here to have a chance to do things better. I appreciate the next day forward to getting my children back. And that's another thing. So it's different things have happened. You know, I think I want to get a mama's group together on TikTok. It's fine. YouTube it's not the same. It's just not the same. And Instagram is not the same either. The people over there really do the whole real, not real thing. When I say real, I mean REEL. So everything is just like for looks and stuff. I want to talk to people. Because it's like when I talk to people, when I talk to other moms, I realize how I am not alone in what I'm going through and what is happening. And it's nice because I don't want to just not feel alone. I want to know what the heck to do about it. And sometimes I just don't know all the time of what to do. So if another mom can talk to me so I can, you know, get some information or insight on how to deal with my children, you know, and how to deal with my situation with their father. I think that number one is my biggest problem. I don't know how to deal with him. I don't know. And I'm sure that there's somebody else that's out there that understands that I am dealing what we politely these days call a very difficult person. I am dealing with someone that's almost literally like Trump. And it's really hard because they don't listen to anything that I say. And he makes me look reactive. He makes me look reactive. And it's like, you have pushed me to this point, and now I'm either frustrated or something's really so bad that I am trying to convey this to you. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to get you on board. I'm trying to get you to open up. I'm trying to get you to talk to me. I'm trying to get you to include me. And then, turn around. Oh, you're yelling. You're emotional. You're. Like for real. Like for real. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. And I would hate to be in his position when God's wrath comes down. But until that time, I have to figure out a way to actually communicate with this man. And you would think that it would be easy. Let me see. All right, you guys. I'm going to taste this. So, let me see. Let me get a paper towel here. So you guys, it started off clear. It's not really all that dark. Maybe the water needs to be hotter. It's like a light, very light pear color. It probably looks a little bit clear to you guys, but it's not. It's like a very light pee look. It's not pee, but So, but it smells great. It smells really good. I don't want to put it in the microwave and burn it up. I don't want the radioactive frequencies to kill it or anything like that. So no, I'm not going to accept that. Sorry. So, but yeah. So yeah, that's I'm gonna go ahead and try it, you guys. So let's try this rosemary tea. All right. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would taste like pine tar, but it doesn't. Oh, I like that. I like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more boiling water in here, and I'm going to do that off camera. I'm going to put some more boiling water in here. I'm going to let it steep for just a little while longer. And then I'm going to down this joint, and then I'm going to go to sleep. And of course, I'm going to get up and have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But that's okay, because by that time, it's probably time for me to get up and go to work anyway. So I said I was going to not be up until super late, and it's almost 1 o'clock. So I'm going to get off in the next 2 minutes, you guys. But yeah, so if anybody wants to, reach out to me, please DM me. You want to talk to me about being a mom and how to deal with baby daddy. So that would help out a lot, because I need help. Like I'm not saying that you guys are not great, but I'm feeling like I'm reduced to asking people on the internet because nobody around me knows how to deal with this. So I have to branch out and see what else is out there in the world as far as someone who can help me deal with my baby daddy issues. Because my situation is it's very delicate. That's the word I'm looking for. Delicate. And so with it being delicate, I don't want to blast it all on the internet, but I definitely need to figure out how to talk to this man. The only thing I can think of is just I got to get back in front of a judge, and there's a lot of different things that's working in the background. But this situation is nuts, and my children are involved in it. So it's with my children being involved in it, and they are they are not good. So every day I wake up and I try to figure out a way to laugh to keep from crying. Going down in a autocratic, just democracy saying bye-bye world and dealing with a dictator is not as scary as dealing with my situation. It's almost a distraction. It's almost a distraction. It's just like, oh, that over there. I can deal with that. I actually feel like I can totally deal with that. I mean, I was in the military. I have always worked with people who, like in the positions of power. I'm not afraid to throw down. As a matter of fact, sometimes, okay, let me tell you guys something. So the other day I went to the store. I garden to keep sane. So I went to the store. And it's late. The guy asked me, do I want him to walk me to my car? He's a worker there. And I was just like, not really, because he's a dude. And I'm like, that's dangerous. So I don't know this guy and everything. And I was like, I'm not sure if I could take this guy. So it's hard for a woman to fight a man, period. But I looked at this guy and I was just like, I don't know if I could take you. Like you look like you might pulverize me. But I didn't say that. But I just said I agreed to it. I said, okay, it's cool. And so he said, well, you just want to be safe and everything out here. And I said, you know what? I would have fun dealing with someone who thought that they can try to do something to me. And then so that sends two messages. One to him, that if you think about something, I'm going to kick your butt. And then two, that I can handle myself or whatever. But I'm a lady and I'm not that big. I'm very small. I'm like 5'3". So, but I know how to move. I know how to stick and move. And I know my limitations. And the only thing I've ever had to do in training and anything else that I've done is they always put me up with the big guy. So since I've had a big guy to deal with all the time, I'm not afraid of big guys. I'm not. But at the same time, it's like you never know how you're gonna come from out of a situation, and so therefore I don't like to put myself into situations. But if I have to be in a situation like that, I got you from the knees down, sucker. But yeah. But I'm really thankful to be taken care of by God and everything. I really am really thankful for all of that. But yeah, I got me some stuff so I can take away some stress, like this stuff right here. I know this is gonna look weird to you guys. It looks like poop, don't it? This right here is actually is it this one? No, it's this one. No, it's this one. This is what this looks like when it's inside of here. So I'm going to, what's this called? A caladium. So I'm going to, I soaked these because it was just like, it was rock solid and dry. And so it's not going to harm it. I'm doing this to like revive the bulb. And so when I put it in the ground, it'll just grow that much easier instead of having to get all the nutrients and everything from the ground to grow, which is going to delay the process. But it said it was 2, but I actually got like 4 in here. And then another little nugget right here. I'm not sure if that's going to grow or not. I don't think so. But so I got all of this. And last night I was feeling a little bit stressed because of what I showed you. I talked to you guys about with the travel ban. So it rained here where I was. I went out in the rain and I actually gardened in the actual rain. Yes, I'm out in the rain. It's pouring down and I am gardening. Because why not? It's raining cats and dogs. And that rain felt really, really therapeutic. That was cool. I just got my hair done. And I'm out in the rain. But that's okay. because I planted some lilies yesterday. I planted this other picture that I was showing you guys. This is a dahlia. So I planted these in my garden. I have a few more that I'm going to be putting in the front and in the back. I had small flower beds. But that's what I do to keep myself sane. When I come home from work, I'll garden. And just like I said, in the middle of the night, I'll garden. It was like 12:30 last night. So like right now, I was outside last night in the rain gardening. So, but yes, and rosemary will be one of my bushes that I go ahead and I plant this year as well. And that's going to be in a container that I already have set up and ready to go. So, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drink the rest of this. Hopefully it'll help me sleep. It'll get rid of my cortisol levels that are really high. Mamas out there, please, I need somebody. Send me a DM. We can talk about it, because let's get a mama's group together. Can I get a mama's group, please? I'm going to go search for a mama's group too. But if mamas out there want to talk to me, please, to help me out with my kids, that'd be great, because I need some moms to talk to about this. I really do. And yeah, so that's it. And I thank you guys for checking in and learning some of the stuff that I learned about, and hopefully it's got you wanting to get out there and learn a little bit more about some of the natural remedies and the natural things that's out there, because who knows, we're probably going to go through an apocalypse. So get some seeds and grow your own stuff in your backyard. And if not, you still have some stuff in the backyard that you have made. And natural stuff is better than all that other stuff. And they're just like, our system is breaking down so much. We need to know how to take care of ourselves. Like I got this book called The Lost Ways. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's like this pioneering book, and it tells you how they did it back in the days of horse and buggies. So it teaches you how to preserve your meat, how to filter your water, how to do all kinds of stuff. I have another survival book. I got a lot of stuff. Okay, I have started collecting books, and I love to go through all of them, teach my kids different things from out of them. I am learning something new every day. We have to keep our brain cells going. That is how you produce new brain cells as well. Learn something new. Try to retain that something new, because then you will you'll not only gain more knowledge, you'll earn more brain cells, you'll be able to teach someone else a little bit of something else, and you will slowly but surely get from out of wherever you are and to progress. I don't care how awesome you may be, you can be better if you learn something new today and tomorrow and the next day after that and the next day after that, and not be too prideful to admit that you don't know everything. Because the older I get, and I told you guys I'm in my 40s, the older I get, the more I realize I don't know a damn thing. Even though I can stand here and talk to you guys without breathing for an entire month, but I don't know everything. And that's okay. That's actually really super exciting, because now I get to go out and learn something else. I get to know something else. I get to experience something else. I get to not be told everything. And I can stand very solidly where I am on my knowledge. And other people cannot tell me things that are not true. The way this administration and our government here in America is doing to us. I don't fall for the BS, because I learn something new every day, because I am intelligently informed, because I know that side and this side and everything else. I advise you to do the same thing. So get your algorithming and post up there, put up there that you're looking for a whole bunch of news. You want to see both sides to it and everything, and get yourself some rosemary and make yourself some tea. It's going to help you with those cortisol levels. God, that man is trying to drive us crazy. And That is refreshing. I'm not even going to put any lemon in there and no sugar. By the way, I don't really use sugar. I use agave nectar. That and honey. So anyway, good night, you guys. I got to take my behind to bed. Thank you for checking in. Like I said, if any moms come on here, please DM me. Can we talk mom stuff? All right. Bye. Good night. Let's see, how do I do this thing?